What's up everyone? My name is Sia Zerby. My beautiful wife behind the camera is Kristen, and in case you haven't watched any of our other videos, we live in a 1976 Airstream that we have reconverted to be like a luxury tiny home on wheels. And of course, while I am filming this, my dog decided to eat, so he's crunching away. This entire month we've dedicated to Airstream-a-thon. So every video that we're releasing has to do with a question that you, the viewers, have asked us about living in Luna. If you guys haven't watched any of those videos, I highly recommend it, because if you like this video, you're gonna like all the other ones as well. If you click on this iCard right here, it'll open another window and you guys can watch those videos after this is done. This video has been highly requested by so many of you. You wanna know about our sound and lighting setup. Our Airstream is only 200 square feet, but we have a 4.1 surround sound system. So we have 4 speakers, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, plus we have an 8-inch subwoofer. For the lighting, we have lighting overhead that we use to, light these videos. That's why it looks really bright in here right now. But we also have our party and mood lights.
Don't forget the fairy lights.
Yes, we also have fairy lights. These are nice, like, little accent pieces.
And they attract fairies.
First, let's talk audio. So this is our audio entertainment unit. This is like our stereo, and this connects all the speakers together. Now this is the Furrion DV3300. This is not sponsored, and it was all really affordable. We really like this unit because it has Bluetooth. All of our devices are Bluetooth, and we really wanted to be mobile with it. We wanted to be able to take our phones or our tablets outside and still control music and hear it in here. This also has a headphone jack. This also plays CDs. It's got a USB port as well if you wanted to put music on the USB and then play it. And it has an aux port in case you have a device that doesn't have Bluetooth and you just want to actually plug it in, like an old iPod or an old laptop or something, or CD player. Walkman, if you have a Walkman, old school.
Sony Walkman. The Sony Walkman is a tiny stereo cassette player with truly incredible sound.
These two over here have nothing to do with audio. These are for electrical. This is for our solar setup. So if you guys haven't seen that video, we'll put a link so you guys can watch our entire solar setup from start to finish. And this thing is able to be completely off grid. This little switch right here actually controls the subwoofer. So if we want the subwoofer on, we can switch it on. But if we're off grid and we want to save power, because it's a powered subwoofer, we can just shut it off. And that shuts off all the power to the sub. Let's connect this thing to Bluetooth. Everything for sound and lighting is connected to this tablet. That was like a dream of mine when we were renovating this, is I really wanted the ability to control the lighting and control the audio with one device. An amazing part of this setup and this system specifically is we do have 4 speakers. There's 2 in the bedroom and 2 here. If we only want music to play up here, I can press zone 1 and we hear the music up here. If I want music to only play in the bedroom, I hit zone 2 and you can hear it in the bedroom. I'll turn on the sub so you guys can kind of hear the difference between subwoofer and no subwoofer. So I flip the switch, it takes like a second to kick in. So now you can hear the subwoofer. Now we're in the bedroom. Let's talk about these little wall speakers. So there's one on this side and one on that side. These speakers were cheap. They were 12 bucks for a pair. So we didn't spend much money on the speakers, but we had very little options when it came to speakers for these walls. The walls of the Airstream are actually like 1.5 inches thick. And for a real big quality speaker, you need a big driver. You need a big magnet. That's why some speakers are so heavy. These speakers are only 30 watts a piece. So not much wattage, but they actually sound really good. Considering how cheap they are. They're very well made. If you guys are renovating an Airstream or a space with very little space behind the wall, I highly recommend these speakers. We've also used this setup when we're in bed and we're watching a movie, so we can just like put Netflix on the tablet and we can get surround sound in here, and it's like we're at a theater. But we've talked about audio, now we're gonna talk about lighting. We have 35 of these little pot lights in the ceiling, and these are 3.5 watts each, and they're DC powered, which is great. So when we're unplugged and we're just running off battery, these still work, and they can be separated by room. So we have the ability to switch off all the lights if needed, or switch them back on, which is really nice that we can change the lighting in this place. And if someone is working in the front, they can leave those lights on, and then, you know, the rest of the place can be dark. These are also really easy to change if need be. I can just pull them right out of the ceiling, and they snap back in with just some little springs. We use these lights for pretty much all of our filming. So we have a ring light that we've used sometimes, but these lights have been perfect for us, and it almost looks like a runway. But there's also a party side to this place. So around half the Airstream, I installed these LED strips, and I can change them to whatever color I want. I love lighting! So we have lighting on this side of the Airstream, on that side of the Airstream, and back there around our seated area. And we can change exactly what we want. So if I only want, let's say, these two on and the dining room off, I can do that as well. If I want these two off and the dining room on.
Ready to party.
What are you doing? Are you ready to party? Yeah?
This whole lighting setup was super affordable and really, really simple. These two LED strips were just hooked up through USB, so they're just plugged into a USB port, and they work through an app. Same with the one, this is the app, it's called Delight, and this is not sponsored. So I have all my rooms set. So I have like the kitchen area, the office. I just called this side the office and this side the kitchen. And then the dining room. So I can switch them all on. I can switch them all off. I can turn them all off at the exact same time, turn them all on. And then there's all these colors. Every color of the rainbow and more. There's also all these cool effects. So if we want strobe, it says may cause seizures. Thank you for the warning. Delight. Yeah, we'll stop that, but it works. There's also a candle flicker. I don't know, it's kind of neat.
I love it. It's so romantic.
I don't really like it.
I love it.
I don't really like it because it's a little too like steady. It's almost like a slow strobe rather than like a flicker that would be like every now and then. There's shake, which kids love. So if you shake your device, all the lights change. And music. This is usually what we do. So music visualizer goes to the beat. All right, let's bring it all together. Got the music, lights, all that's left to do Good boy. Make sure you guys subscribe. See you next week.
Baby, can you move it